I think we've lost due to network issues there, but your points have been... Is it back? Okay. Come back to the studio. We'll get back to you later when the issues are resolved, but his points are clear. I mean, he's made a point that the need for us to make use of the social media to engage the youth, because that is where the youths are. They are on the social media, and people have said that government is not actually taking advantage of that enough. Dr. Momale, I want you to speak to that, and also because, you know, on the social media we have a lot of disinformation, misinformation. Somebody will just sit down in his room, concoct something and throw it on the social media without verification, and people just start circulating it like that. So that is a very big disadvantage in this instance. Secondly, let's look at the previous protests, like the one we had in 2012, 2015, and also the NSAS that is in 2020. Do you think this is different? And if it's different, what can be done, or what lessons, you know, can be learned from those protests that should be applied?
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. I think I'll just pick up from the previous discussion that Dr. Onoja just highlighted.
Yeah.
For example, when we say that some of the organizers or some of the promoters of the current situation are a little bit faceless, what we are referring to is that it's not because some names have not been mentioned. It's not because, like you just made a reference, they wrote here in Abuja that they want to use this particular venue. And I think this is where the state institutions also, like just Prof said, should also bring out the information in full. All they said was that they have not approved for this organization to use that space. They need to come out to tell Nigerians why they have not approved, for example. So it's not just that. Now, if, let's say, the Nigerian Labour Congress were the ones that wrote, will you say that the Nigerian Labour Congress is faceless? Or is the Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers, for example? Or the Nigerian Union of Farmers, for example? Will you say they are faceless? They are not. Or the Nigerian, or the Association, the National Association of Nigerian Students. These are clearly well-known institutions that are well-grounded in society, whose role and contributions, as well as activism, is clearly known to the state, to the population of the country. But when a group just say, we are a league for the promotion of good governance in Nigeria. Now, when was that league established? Where is it registered? Where are its national and state offices? Who are the leadership? What has that league done in the past 2-3 years? What's the track record of that league? So like it is just like we come and say, okay, we are facing these problems, and let's come up with an association, a union, and then we make a press statement, we print our letterheads, and we write. So what actually the institutions needed to come and say, Mr. So-so-so wrote, right? This is his name, this is his phone number. They should be able to tell us that this phone number is faceless. This name is faceless. So to come out and explain to us that this league of A, B, C, and D, or this association of these groups that are writing under this are not known to the Nigerian law. And I think this is very important. And I think that's what distinguishes it from some of the protests you have mentioned.
Yeah.
In 2012, the Nigerian Labour Congress was part of it. The academic staff union of Nigerian universities were part of it.
Yeah.
Will you say that ASU is an unknown institution? So in this case, tell which among these national pressure groups, labor movements, market women, renowned organizations, youth organizations, you know, whether it be them faith-based or civil society groups. Clearly, the youth wing of the Christian Association of Nigeria have come out to say they are not part of it. NACOMYO, the National Association of Muslim Youth Organizations, have come out to say they are not part of it. The Northern Youth, the Northern Youth Coalition, I think they have a specific name, the National Youth, Northern Youth something. They have come out, they are registered, they are incorporated, their membership is clearly known. They have come out and said they are not part of it. Many national platforms of youth organizations have come out to say they are not part of it. So these other organizations that have come out, the security establishment should be able to come out. The Minister of Information, the State Commissioners of Information should be able to come out clearly to tell Nigerians that this group that has just released a statement or have said this, we're going to find out who are they. Let them come to the Lagos Broadcasting Corporation. Let them come and discuss. Let them tell us their local government offices, their state offices, when they were registered, and who are their membership. And that is what I said. When we know your membership, we know the caliber of your membership, we are comfortable.
Yeah.
You made reference to the Bring Back Our Girls. These protests were led by renowned stateswomen, renowned celebrities, renowned academics, whose contribution to society cannot be challenged. Will you, if Obi Ozekwesili said she's going to lead a protest, will you begin to feel that they will go and destroy public property or block highways or smash people's cars? You know it cannot happen, for example. When people like Professor Wole Soyinka, some of these people that are very active, were renowned personalities and scholars and academics, people that have made impact in society, have the pedigree to lead and to provide leadership, we will be so comfortable. Which of these prominent Nigerians have come out to say we are the leaders of this movement? There is no. So these are fundamental issues that we need to put up very clearly. If we are able to get this, we'll be so much comfortable.
But I think yesterday, Mr. Okechukwu, just yesterday he sat here, he was mentioning, giving names like Femi Falana, giving Buade Borua, who also said, and we see in the papers, that no bullet should be fired today. Names like Inibehe Efyong and all that. These are names that are well known to Nigerians.
Exactly. Are they going to lead the protests here in Abuja or in Port Harcourt?
I think they were emphasizing the fact that protest is
legitimate.
Is legitimate.
That is what they are saying.
Right.
They were not saying that they are the leaders of the protest.
They are leading
and I'm also
the protest.
Yes, and I'm also
they are just saying that it is legitimate.
Which anybody can
yes.
say. Yeah.
And
I'm also saying we are also all here saying that the right to protest is constitutional, and people have that right. Yeah. The right to protect the lives of protesters, to ensure their safety and security is fundamental, and the security agencies must do that if the protesters come. But what they are not saying, we are the leaders of this protest.
Yeah.
And if you say you are going to be a leader of protest, you cannot, for example, be based here in Abuja, and then you say you are the leader of national protest. Because if you can only lead at one point. So you have to tell us that the leader of protest in FCT Abuja here is Mr. A. The leader of protest in Gwagwalada is Mr. B. The leader of protest in Buari, if you want the protest to take place in Buari, is A, B, and C. The people we charge with the responsibility of coordinating this protest in these areas are A, B, C, and D across the nation. That's when citizens, that's when the government, that's when security agencies will feel comfortable that there is clear leadership and there is clear line of action. So these are some of the fundamental issues we are. Like you mentioned on the aspect of social media, of course, I think our information managers, not only at the level of the government, states, federal and local governments, but also at the level of the other organs of society, we must engage Nigerians. We must open up, and we need to ramp up our communication strategies. We have to recognize that times are changing, and some of the conventional communication mechanisms need to be improved. And then engaging our citizens through town hall meetings, not ignoring the rural landscapes, not ignoring the peri-urban areas. We must reach out to these areas, engage the people, give them focus, and make sure that we have a coherent policy direction for the nation.
Now, would you say, if the protesters say, we want to use the Eagle Square, we want to use the Alausa Park, we want to use, designated places that have been listed, would you prefer that to preventing them from using those places and allowing them roam on the streets? Which is better?
Allowing them to use the spaces is the best, because that is their constitutional right. But for me to allow you, I need to know who you are. Who are you going to bring to that place? For example, if I am comfortable, I'm confident, fine. If you tell me, for example, I just come and say, we want to use, I write and I say, we want to use this space. And I call the phone number, and I said, the person, please, can you come for us to discuss? And he did not come. And his explanation is that he is scared of arrest. Then I will tell the, if I'm responsible, I will take the letter to the Ministry of Information in the state and say, please handle this issue, because this is a citizen's issue. So it's the responsibility of the civil institutions, more than the security institutions, to discuss with some of these groups and identify those areas that are convenient, that will not obstruct public safety, that will not be a threat to public safety. It's the responsibility of the public institutions, the civil institutions, more than the security institutions.
Okay,
they should be able to provide feedback to the security institutions if these groups are scared of meeting with security institutions because of fear of arrest.
Okay, Dr. Momale, thank you so much for your views there. But let's get back to Professor